Hello friends, today we are guiding you to prepare interview questions on Python. In comments you can share the topic of your interest. Our team will prepare the video for you. Before continue to our session, we request you to join our channel for all the latest updates. Our team of technical and subject matter experts are working hard to create valuable content just for you. So please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like and comment on our videos, and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. What is the difference between a function and a lambda function? In Python, functions and lambda functions are both used to define blocks of code that can be executed, but they differ in terms of syntax, usage, and capabilities. A regular function is defined using the def keyword and can have multiple statements, a name, and optional parameters. It is typically used when you need to define a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. Functions can return values using the return keyword. Example, def add a, b, return a plus b, result equals add 3, 4, hash output, 7. Lambda function. A lambda function is a small anonymous function defined using the lambda keyword. It can have any number of arguments but only one expression. The result of the expression is automatically returned. Lambda functions are typically used for short, simple operations that are used only once or twice, often passed as arguments to higher-order functions like map, filter, or sorted. Example, add equals lambda a, b, a plus b, result equals add 3, 4, hash output, 7. Key differences. Syntax. A regular function uses def, while a lambda function uses lambda. Return. Lambda functions implicitly return the result of their expression, while regular functions require a return statement. Complexity. Regular functions can have multiple expressions and are more versatile, while lambda functions are concise and used for simple operations. In summary, lambda functions are best for quick, simple tasks, whereas regular functions are more suitable for complex operations. What is recursion in Python, and when should you use it? Recursion in Python is a technique where a function calls itself in order to solve a problem. It is commonly used for problems that can be broken down into smaller, similar subproblems. A recursive function typically has two main parts, a base case, the condition that stops the recursion, and a recursive case, where the function calls itself. Example of recursion. Here's an example of a recursive function to calculate the factorial of a number. Def factorial n, if n equals 0 colon hash base case return 1 else return n factorial n, 1, hash recursive case. In this example, the function calls itself with decreasing values of n until it reaches the base case, n equals 0, at which point it returns 1. Recursion is often used when the problem can be divided into smaller subproblems of the same type, for example, tree traversal, factorial, Fibonacci sequence. Iterative solutions may be cumbersome or less intuitive. The problem has a well-defined base case that allows the recursion to terminate. However, recursion should be used cautiously, as excessive recursion can lead to stack overflow due to deep recursive calls. In Python, the default recursion limit is 1000, which can be modified using sys.setRecursionLimit. In summary, recursion is a powerful technique for solving problems that can be divided into similar subproblems, but it should be used carefully to avoid performance issues. What are default and keyword arguments in Python functions? In Python, default and keyword arguments are ways to provide flexibility in function calls, allowing you to define functions that can handle varying numbers of arguments. Default arguments are values assigned to parameters in a function definition. These values are used if no argument is passed for that parameter when calling the function. Default arguments must be defined after all non-default arguments. Example, def greet name, message equals hello, printf, message, name. Greet Alice, hash output, hello, Alice. Greet Bob, hi, hash output, hi, Bob. In this example, the message parameter has a default value of hello. If no value is passed for message, the default is used. Keyword arguments. Keyword arguments allow you to specify arguments by name when calling a function. rather than relying on their position in the function signature. This makes the function call more readable and allows for passing arguments in any order. Example: def greet name, message, printf, message, name. Greet message equals hi, name equals Alice, hash output, hi, Alice. Here, the arguments are passed using their names, message equals hi, name equals Alice, so their order doesn't matter. In summary, default arguments provide default values for parameters. Keyword arguments allow specifying arguments by name, enhancing code readability and flexibility. How does Python handle function overloading? In Python, function overloading, as seen in languages like C++ or Java, where multiple functions can have the same name but different parameter lists, is not directly supported. Python allows only one function with a given name in a particular scope. However, you can achieve similar functionality using default arguments, variable length arguments, args and kwargs, or by manually handling different types of input within a single function. Alternative approaches for function overloading in Python. Using default arguments, you can define default values for parameters, allowing the function to behave differently based on the number of arguments passed. Def add a, b equals 0, return a plus b, print add 3, hash output, 3 print add 3, 4, hash output, 7. Using args and kwargs, you can use variable length arguments to accept any number of positional and keyword arguments, then manually process them. Def add args, return some args, print add 1, 2, 3, hash output, 6. Using type checking, a more complex way is to use type checking to handle different types of arguments, allowing the function to behave differently based on the types of inputs. Def add a, b, if is instance a, int, and is instance b, int, return a plus return str plus strb. Conclusion: while Python doesn't support traditional function overloading, you can use flexible argument handling to achieve similar functionality. What is the scope of a variable in Python? In Python, the scope of a variable refers to the region of the code where the variable is accessible. Python uses different types of variable scopes, which determine where a variable can be accessed or modified. The primary scopes in Python are: local scope. A variable declared inside a function or block of code is local to that function and is only accessible within that function. Def my underscore function, x equals 10 hash x is local to my underscore function. Print x my underscore function hash output, 10 hash print x hash error, x is not accessible outside the function. Enclosing scope. A variable in the enclosing function is accessible to inner functions, but not the other way around. This is common in nested functions. Def outer, x equals 10 hash enclosing scope. Def inner, print x hash accesses x from outer hash output, 10. Global scope. A variable declared outside any function is in the global scope, making it accessible throughout the entire script. X equals 10 hash global scope. Def my underscore function, print x hash can access x globally. Me underscore function hash output, 10. Built-in scope. This is the scope of Python's built-in functions and exceptions. It's the outermost scope and includes functions like print unlen. In summary, Python follows the LEGB, local, enclosing, global, built-in, rule to determine variable scope. Understanding scope is crucial for debugging and organizing code effectively. Thanks for watching the video till the end. If you liked the video and haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, like and comment on our videos, and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. In comments you can share the topic of your interest. Our team will prepare the video for you.